And Bishop Jordan, he was just in the United Kingdom about 2 weeks ago, and he got everybody in the United Kingdom as excited as he did here today. And he was in the United Kingdom for a couple of reasons. One being that he recognizes that this is a global opportunity. He recognizes that people everywhere shop, and people everywhere need an opportunity. And he also recognizes that there's no boundaries and no limitations on anyone in this room. You can build your business clear across the globe. The enhancements in social media today and technology have extended your reach. Anywhere where you can communicate with people online, you can share the shopping opportunity, share the shopping annuity, build your business, and build your income. You just have to get in the game to do it. Now, on top of all of that, JR and his management team have continuously improved, overhauled, enhanced, revised the global business plan that you have at your fingertips. And we're going to review a little bit of that today to remind you what you have and what you're going to have. This is your playing field right now. Anyone in any of these countries can sponsor and build their business into any other country on the map. There's a mechanism in place for you to do that right now. So if you live in the United States, sure, you can sponsor in Australia. If you live in Taiwan, you can sponsor and build your business in the United Kingdom. There is a global business building method in place to do that. But JR wanted to make it easier, and he wanted to make it more lucrative for you. So he started unifying regions and unifying areas. So the first step was to unify the Asia-Pacific region. That was our first step into unification here. He unified all 5 countries in the Asia-Pacific region: Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you lived in any one of those countries, you could cross-pollinate and sponsor into any other country, and all that volume that was created accumulated into your home country banks and helped you earn income. And that helped really explode incomes in some of those regions. Our next step in unification came when we unified the Americas with Europe. Now, the Americas, we have the United States, Mexico, Canada, we have the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Colombia, Bahamas, Jamaica, and then we have the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, by the way, is not a country, okay? The United Kingdom is a union of 4 different countries: Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, and we also have Spain in Europe as well. So we gifted everyone in the Americas, and we gifted everyone in the European region a free re-entry called an international re-entry. And you could place that re-entry anywhere in an open position in your organization and build your business in the other regions. So all the people in the Americas, Canada, Mexico, etc., have a re-entry right now. It's in your back office sitting there that you can place for the purpose of building in Europe. And everyone in Europe has one, then they can do it in reverse. And we've been through this before. We're not going to go through it in great detail today, but you can place that re-entry or encourage someone in your organization who has a openness to building in Europe, let's say if you're here in the Americas. Help them, encourage them, coach them, mentor them, use technology to support them. They place their re-entry down there. They start building in the new region. Any volume they create in the new region comes up and pays their re-entry and then converts to the home country BV and pays everyone up the ladder, including you, as it flows up. Leaders in the room, leaders in the room. Think about this. If you have a big organization and either you or one unfranchised owner on your left and one on your right places their re-entry to build in the new region, as they do that and that volume flows up, they will earn new income on their new international re-entry, and it will continue to flow up all the way up the ladder, paying everyone up the ladder, coming up to your banks and paying you right here in your home country, in your home country banks. And if your home country banks are maxed out because you've been in the business for a number of years, you already earn $2,100 a week, all that volume will flow over into the new global banks that we have attached to your 1, 2, and 3. Those global banks open as soon as you place your reentry. It increases your income, your BV income potential on each of your top 3 business centers from $2,100 per week to $3,600 per week in BV income, plus the IBV income, Let's add another $1,500 to that. Plus the IBV income from the new country, let's add another $1,500 to that. You can earn up to $6,600 per week per business development center with international expansion. So, anybody excited about that? I heard a clap or two. I want to introduce you to a few people who've already done that. And as we bring them out, I want you to, why don't you guys come up? Thanks. I'll introduce them one at a time. As they talk to you, I want you to pay attention and think to yourself, did they do anything that I couldn't do right now, today, tomorrow, and next week if I tried? First one up I want to introduce is, everyone knows her, a $1 Million Club member, Bonnie Philo. Go ahead, Bonnie.
Hi, everyone. So I got very, very excited about England, and I didn't have connections there, but I've been with the company for 21 years, so I got excited about the UGC possibility. I sponsored Alex Cummings, who had a lot of connections in England. Together, we built it as a team. I do want to make a point and say I had never gone to England, never been to England to build. It's strictly home-based. I built the business at home. I built it on Skype. I built it on Join.me. I built it through the internet. I built it through Facebook and social media. I placed the IRC, and then Alex placed her IRC, and then through the UGC, I reached out to UFOs on my other side, women like Nina Piquel, Georgie Aiello, Thea Nust, and by reaching out to them, they're sponsoring people there. My UGC opened. Heather has doubled her income, my daughter, in the past year. Alex Cummings has doubled her business in the past year. Georgie has sponsored people. Thea has sponsored people. And I still haven't sponsored anyone on the IRC, but all that BV turns to from global to home country BV to feed everyone on my team straight up through all of the leaders, including Elizabeth Weber, which is pretty amazing. And up until a year ago, I never even left the house. If this presentation confuses you, then reach out and speak to someone to get more information. If this presentation excites you, then reach out to someone to get more information. But please make it happen.
Excellent. Bonnie, I hope you got that. Listen, Bonnie Philo, she has not yet sponsored anybody in the European region, okay? What she did was open her IRC and support other distributors she had here right at home, coached, mentored, taught using technology. When the income started to come to her and to other people on her team, yes, she did travel over there once or twice and had a great time, in fact, doing it. We went to Paris and had a great time. Next one up, another $1 Million Club member, Donnie Martin.
What's up? Well, I have a little different story than Bonnie does. I actually went there when we first opened, and the first thing I did was started talking to some of my leaders in the group, and I also did some power referral networking with the people in the team, and found some people in the group, like Janina Motto, who is from the UK, and then there was some other people who were really interested in building over there, and I was too, because for the first time internationally, we were able to go somewhere where, for me at least, they speak my language, if that makes sense to you guys, you know? So I was excited. So the reality was, I went over there several times my first year, started groups growing, and since leaders have emerged, and the most powerful thing is I haven't been back in over a year now. I'm going back in November, but I have 2 centers that I'm getting more checks on every week from the volume that's happening in the UK, and as we keep simmering and bubbling, it's going to keep on going. And the coolest thing about it is people like Frank and Ben and Lou, you guys got half the IRC cranking, and you probably don't even know it yet because we built it. So let's talk. Thanks.
Awesome. Right here. So you got Don Martin now. Donnie started a group over there. Hasn't been there in over a year, but he could walk away and manage it here from home because we have a system in place there now. We have an NMTSS, and his people are plugging in. We have all the trainings, the local seminars, the new distributor, Basic 5, the GPTs, and the rest. I'm going to introduce somebody else you might not know. This is Gemma Hall. She's from Rapid City, South Dakota. She did grow up in England. She's going to share with you what she did.
Hello, Market America! Yes, my name is Gemma, and I do currently live in South Dakota. I did live a little while in Scotland, and I knew a few people there. And I want to tell you right now, you guys are exactly the same as me. You need two things to build internationally. One is an internet connection, and two is 4 words that we can all say. Who do you know? Can you say it with me? Who do you know? And that's it. We have the most incredible global business plan in front of us to maximize the MPCP, to leverage more than you could ever dream, with BV conversion, with your IRCs coming all the way up, internet, Skype, join.me, you do not have to travel there. I didn't for an entire year. I have an organization in Scotland of 40 plus now. I'm franchise owners. Huge shout out to Lindsay and Shelley, our 2 phenomenal leaders over there. A master coordinator, new executive coordinators all the time with many, many more rising stars. So if I can do it, you guys, if I, little me, can do this, you can too. Just remember those 2 things. Internet connection, and who do you know?
Nice job. Gemma has sponsored one person. She had one friend back in Scotland. She sponsored that one person. And out of that one person, what'd she say, 40 plus and growing. You can do exactly the same thing. Look, the next step in the expansion process, logically, should be the unification of Asia Pacific with the European region. Yes? No? Thank you for that. Yardley's excited about that. So that'll be the next step in the process, is to give everyone in the Asia-Pacific region an international reentry to place so you can expand your business to Europe, and everyone in Europe an international reentry, a second international reentry that you can place anywhere in your organization to build in the Asia-Pacific region. And then if you keep following that thinking, what we have then is we have the European region where they have IRCs to place either in the Americas or Asia, one for each. They can build either way. Asia, they can place IRCs to build in the European region. Americas can place to build in the European region. Now, the Asian distributors can still sponsor and build in the Americas, but under the old global system, which is a little more tedious and a little more involved. The next step after that would logically be to just unify the whole darn planet and now let everybody cross-pollinate everywhere. Have Asia Pacific have IRCs to cross-pollinate into the Americas and vice versa. You want that? Are you excited about that? You should be, because when it happens, there's going to be absolutely colossal incomes that are going to be earned when that happens. But before that happens, a few things have to be put in place. We as a company have to see that a few things take care of itself. And let's go through them. Let's talk about this for just a second. First of all, we united the Americas with Europe through this IRC process. That was a revolutionary idea, an ingenious idea, yet we haven't seen enough unfranchised owners really take advantage of it. We haven't seen enough unfranchised owners in the Americas, the United States, Canada, Mexico, and the rest, cross-pollinate into the United Kingdom, into Ireland, into Spain, and vice versa. Len, Michael, sitting over there, we haven't seen enough UK distributors placing their IRCs and going the other way. We want to see that before we continue the unification process. And we want to see more cross-pollination within the Asia-Pacific region. We united it all, but we're not seeing enough distributors from Australia cross-pollinate into Taiwan or Hong Kong or Singapore into the rest. And we want to see more of that. We want to see more unfranchised owners earning at the top of the BV scale from the cross-pollination efforts resulting from the unification process. And then there's more. If you really believe, I'm talking to everybody now in the room, not talking to any one individual or any one country or any one region. All of us have to have this conversation. If you really do believe in the long-term vision and mission of JR and of this company, if you really do believe that the shopping annuity is going to become a worldwide phenomenon, if you really do believe in the unfranchised system, and what it's going to do for you financially over the course of your lifetime. We need your help. I came to my first international convention in August of 1994. It was a small East Coast company here in the United States, really just in a few cities up and down the East Coast. To see today that it's become this incredible, blowing up worldwide expansion is absolutely amazing to me. But when it was a small company, it was manageable. We had field compliance people and legal people that could keep their eyes on everything. Today, with all that's going on, it's nearly impossible unless and except if we have your cooperation. We need a cooperation among our field distributors and our company. A true collaboration, a true partnership, if you will, between you and us to curb any and all practices that are not congruent with our policies and procedures. I mean, let's just talk about it for a minute. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Things like selling products on eBay and, dumping products into countries we're not open for business in yet, opening up phantom or phony distributorships to manipulate the business plan for your own personal financial gain. But it's going to undermine everything we're doing as a company if it continues, and it has to stop, and it has to stop now. It's getting better. It's getting better. You're all aware of it, and you're all helping to make it better, but it needs to stop. And we just want to make that point. As a company, we're watching it, we're measuring it, we're monitoring it. We want to continue to unify. We want the whole globe unified, and when it happens, again, incomes are going to go through the roof. Your whole future is going to change before your eyes when it happens, but we need your help for it to happen. Look, those who prime the pump now, those who start now, don't wait for the rest of the unification process to be put in place. If you're in a situation now where you're in one part of the map and you want to build in another and you're holding back waiting for the IRC process to be put in place, I wouldn't wait. I would use the old, current, global expansion process right now. Go in there, build, get a team going, get BV flowing, get IBV flowing, get the shopping annuity moving, and when the unification process takes hold, you're going to be the ones who are going to win and win big all across the board. JR, if he was standing out here today, you know exactly what he would say. Don't wait. There's a system out there right now. The shopping annuity is creating a movement all across the globe. Just get out there and do it. You cannot help but do what everybody on this stage did. Let's hear it one more time. What were the words? Your words? Say it again.
Who do you know?
Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend.